What's going on, y'all? Episode 54 of Brick Shots with Billy Antonio. Matt's over there with a sweet box. I guess not anymore.
Caught me off guard. Sorry about that.
Christian, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, Billy? I'm all right. Everybody else good?
Shit. Tonio, you all right?
That's good. And you talking to a young retired Bully Miles. That's not Christian. That's Bully after he didn't make it to the league.
Wow.
Is this pre-assault and battery charges and domestic violence charge?
Definitely free.
Okay.
I get some post vibes.
Oh, what's going on, Matt? Speaking of post vibes, you doing okay?
Hey, it's always a good day when the anal zone gets re-signed for 3 years. So
That's a good point. Yeah, anal zone is in there. But all right, man. Hey, let's start the show off with a little controversy, quote unquote, or let's just say excitement. Carolina moves from number 9 to number 1, and they give up the 9th, the 61st, a first-round pick in 2024, a second in 2025, and DJ Moore just to go up 8 spots to probably grab CJ Stroud. How do y'all feel about that? Oh, Tony, I'll go ahead. All right.
The Bears did some real Chicago shiesty shit to the Panthers, bro. Because you know, like we'll do it like ESPN Bleacher Report do, grade the trade, who won the trade. The Bears won like substantially, like bro, and because we talk about the Panthers, but I'm talking about the Bears side, and I'll let y'all talk about the Panthers. The Bears just did something amazing. Me and you was talking on the phone, Billy, and you told me behind Patrick Mahomes, DJ Moore is second in the league to first downs. Now Justin Fields gets a weapon. Now the Bears shows Justin Fields that, hey, we believe in you, because we could have went and got CJ Stroud or Bryce Young or any quarterback, but we traded to the 9th pick to probably get a tackle from Northwestern, because that dude's pretty fucking good. If you get some stability on that, you get some stability on that offensive line. Their defense wasn't terrible at all. The Bears look amazing now. So the Bears really wanted to trade. Shout out to their GM. He probably a GD. But they shout out to them, because the Bears, everybody's talking about how done the Panthers was, but the Bears made like crazy moves to jump light years ahead of where they were last year and the year before. So I'm really excited to see what happens with that Justin Fields, DJ Moore, and Claypool hookup, especially if they can turn the 9th pick into the tackle, and then maybe even the 61st pick into another offensive lineman. I mean, because you know, it's some. I don't know if y'all really pay. Well, I know you do, Billy, because you love the draft. But I don't know. Probably you too, man. I don't know, Christian. Maybe you do. But it's some good offensive linemen coming out of college this year, and 61st pick ain't unrealistic to get another good ass offensive lineman. So I love the trade for the Bears and switching it back over to the Panthers so one of y'all can take it. They are a bunch of idiots because they got rid of everything. Matt, what's up? I'm gonna go to you, Matt.
So I mean, I don't want to be in a position to defend the Panthers because the Bears obviously put the sheets over their head and had their way. But if the Panthers see someone and they are 100% on one of these quarterbacks, whether it's CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, Bryce Young, whoever it may be, if they're correct on the pick, they win the trade as well because they have a franchise quarterback, if they get it correct. But if they don't, we'll be looking back in a year or two like, damn, look at the Bears go. Because it's pretty hard to fuck up an offensive lineman. Like, they're not a bust as soon as a quarterback is a bust. They're like, right. Oh, damn, you know, they can make excuses for offensive linemen at pick number 9 for if he's not good as a rookie year. Like, oh, it takes him a while to adjust, whatever. He'll get there. But a quarterback going number 1 overall, obviously they should take one. You know, if they hit, they hit, and then it's a win for both parties. But they better have their research done and know exactly what they're getting. So, but, I mean, we've never seen Frank Reich draft a quarterback high. So we don't know if he can do it. But we've never seen Frank Reich with a good young quarterback either. So,
well, yes,
pretty exciting there. Well, a little bit. Carson
Wentz would have won the MVP if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah. Well, did he?
Stay on forever.
What did you feel about it, Christian?
Man, I'm not really sure what direction Carolina's going unless they're just trying to tear the whole thing down and rebuild. Um, in my opinion, I think Chicago, they won the trade. It was a smart move. They don't need a quarterback, so gain more draft capital, move back, and they can get pretty much an offensive lineman, which is a need for 'em with the ninth pick. Carolina, again, like I said, I don't know. Go get the quarterback that they want. Maybe. I think Bryce Young is the most talented quarterback, but he's small frame. You don't trade up really for that. CJ Stroud, I guess that could be the safest pick. But if you're moving up to the number one pick, you want to hit it out the ballpark, and that's going to probably be Anthony Richardson. But you don't know exactly what you're getting. He's got all he's got the measurables and skill sets, but you just haven't seen it all put together. So
Hey,
if they hit with Richardson,
Q1
they hit out the ballpark. But if they don't, like y'all say,
Billy, cue it up for me. Why
No,
the fuck is everybody on Anthony Richardson? Hey, bro, like, look. He's not bad, bro. But for Anthony Richardson, and I feel like it's gonna happen, but for him to jump over CJ Stroud,
no, I think it's ridiculous.
is
okay.
crazy as fuck. But you just said they gonna knock it out the park with him.
No, what I'm saying is, me personally, I don't think Richardson is. I've never seen him put together, but it's got to be something. He's athletic and he can be good. He has a strong arm. He's just not a good decision maker. He's not accurate. So I wouldn't take a chance on him. But obviously, these scouts see something that we don't. So he's going to be drafted high.
No, we're seeing this situation the same. It's all over again. What's his name? He got drafted to the Titans last year. I don't know why it slipped my mind right now.
Well, I would say
the same thing was happening to him last year. Everyone thought he was going top 10. He got drafted in the third round. But I don't think Anthony Richardson drops that far. But the hype is there now. I think he doesn't escape the first round. But if he's drafted, pick 10 or lower, that's a good development pick. But you can't draft him top 10. He has to lead your team right away.
Well, I do you one better. I think they're pushing it like they did. Who did Chicago? Mitchell Trubisky. What did he do? Impressive to get drafted that high.
He's white.
And he just had good tape. Like he did well. He just was on a terrible team.
He did because he only started 13 games for Mitch Trubisky. I'm just going to defend the Mitch Trubisky trade, even though I crushed it when it happened because that was just so stupid. But we also in that draft you had Patrick Mahomes go after him, and I feel like that always fucks up whoever goes before. And it's like, oh, you could have had this. But if you look at the film, and that's the only place I'm going to come in, even with an Anthony Richardson, he doesn't have the film. He had a good game against Utah, first game of the year, and not a lot of good game after that. He had a read option that he ran for 90 yards, which was incredible. But it's like,
who are we talking about?
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, see,
that's what I'm saying. But with Mitch Trubisky, you had a year of film where he was dominant at North Carolina.
He was lights out in his 1 year. That's the only difference.
But and that's the thing with Anthony Richardson. Honestly, he should have stayed at Florida. I'm gonna be real with you. You need more time there, but he gonna get drafted high. I don't wish anything bad on him. I hope he come out and show out, but I just don't. I can see him jumping Will Levis because Will Levis had a terrible year last year compared to the year before after all his weapons left. So I can see him jumping that, but I don't know, bro. Like I'm like Matt, bro. Like Malik Willis his pro day was so fucking good.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
What do you put on tape?
Bingo.
What do you put on tape?
Exactly. And when you play at Liberty, not the Liberty, but it's Liberty, bro. Like, all right, Billy could go to Liberty and probably he could throw at least 10 touchdowns, maybe 30 picks, but 10 touchdowns, he could throw that.
Probably 29. Take it easy.
And he struggled against Ole Miss's defense, who wasn't top notch. That's why I was at that point. I'm like, okay, he might not be like they said.
That terrible ass 2-3 whatever. That shit was stupid, and he struggled badly,
right,
bro.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a teller tape. But back to the Bears real quick, bro. I would like to see the Bears try to make a trade with that 61st pick because Orlando Brown Jr. is a free agent. That would be an amazing pickup for Justin Fields. The same dude's been protecting Pat Mahomes coming over to protect you. That would be dope. But then Arizona got 2 tackles on the block, and they get 61st pick for 2 offensive tackles. Boom, I'll take it.
Well, that's another thing we're not talking about is that they got the 61st pick. They don't have their second round pick because they gave it away for Chase Claypool, but they have Carolina's second round and Baltimore's second round. So now they have 2 picks in the second round also to kind of really bolster. They can go get themselves another linebacker because we probably won't see a linebacker go in the first round this year. In my opinion, that's just where I'm not really looking at right now in a couple of my mocks. Go ahead, Matt.
The Bears, they're not going to go linebacker at all in the draft. They've signed TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds.
Oh, shit. See, did not know that.
And they've also signed Mike McGlinchey from the 49ers. So tackles, maybe Orlando Brown, but really, unless it's him.
They'll probably get a corner then.
No,
because
Denver got Mike McGlinchey.
I thought the Bears signed an offensive tackle today, I'm pretty sure.
If they did, it was
unless
McGlinchey.
Denver snooped in, because this morning there was rumors to Mike McGlinchey to the Bears.
Okay.
It might have been.
We'll check
I know Denver signed Connor McGovern. Yeah, I'll look it up.
There we go. But that's another thing we're not talking about either is Jaquan Brisker is probably one of the best young safety in the league because he can do everything. And if the Bears can get another corner to fucking do to help out not Kyle Fuller.
Jalen Johnson?
Yes. And get another corner to really kind of maybe like not solidify that defense, but kind of just give it a little more young fucking some speed on there too. The Bears could be not a problem, but they might be able to take the next step like the Lions did this year.
They signed Nate Davis, man.
No, I know. Then McGlinchey went to the Broncos then, but early this morning, there was rumors to McGlinchey to the Bears, but he signed Denver. But I'm glad that you brought that up. Can we just take a second to appreciate the young safeties that are in the league? Brisker, Kirby Joseph, and Hamilton from the Ravens. All 3 rookies this year that just balled out like way better than veteran peers. That was a good year for safeties last year.
That's another thing. So in a lot of Ravens groups, they're saying that Kyle Fuller is on a bust potential watch or whatever, and it's like because he didn't get a lot of picks, and it's like he's not necessarily there to get picks. He's there to be in the right spot for the defense, and it's like the same thing with Brisker is like he's there to go make plays, like an Ed Reed style of player, make plays, not be there to support the defense. And I think that it's overlooked a lot.
So we had a lot of trades go down today, fellas. Or today and yesterday. Since free agency started, there's been a lot of trade. Big one that comes to mind: Jalen Ramsey to the Dolphins. How y'all feel about that?
I like it. It's a good move for Miami, and it was, I guess, a good move for the Rams. I mean, they were losing with them. Go ahead and get rid of them and get some draft capital. Get some
and they already don't have any draft capital as it is, so anytime you can get something.
Yeah. And now they have the best cornerback tandem in the league, so.
Yep.
I think so. So I think it was a good move for both sides.
I think now that he does have a corner on a good corner, I think we see Jalen Ramsey come back. Like, I don't think he flies anymore. I think he stay on one side and lock that side down now. And that's a Jalen Ramsey I miss. Because don't get me wrong, Jalen Ramsey didn't suck, but last year compared to the year before, when he was like flying, doing everything, I just feel like you get tired. But I feel like that shit's tough. Like, cornerback is one of the hardest positions in football and tough.
And instead of him just zoning in on his play, it seems like he tries to do more than he has to. He has to make that play.
Well, I think that's what comes with flying though. Like, you gotta. It's a lot. Of course, none of us was ever in shape to play cornerback, right? So I'm just speculating, but I just feel like with flying across the field like that, bro, you just try to make the play.
So look, I don't want to do. I'm not talking shit about Jalen Ramsey, but I don't want to be a show that gives excuses about being tired or whatever. If you're Jalen Ramsey, I expect you to do that.
No, I ain't giving no excuse.
It's a lot easier to be the top premier corner when the rest of the team is playing well like they did a year ago compared to this year. when even Aaron Donald's having a down year, even though he probably had like fucking 13 and a half sacks. I don't remember off the top of my head. He still had a great year, but he had a down year for Aaron Donald. The rest of the team kind of sucked. Stafford got hurt. It's hard to keep that motivation play in and play out to be fucking extremely locked in when you're like, damn, even if I lock this guy down, this guy's gonna fuck up the play anyways. So like you got that in the back of your mind, right?
See, now I feel like that's an excuse because he was in Jacksonville and them boys was playing shitty and he was still
No,
he had
no,
something
he
to
was
prove.
in Jacksonville.
No.
That was
He was
Saxonville
good.
now.
I ain't talking
His
about the
rookie year,
defensive
they
side.
sucked.
I'm talking
His
about the
rookie year, they
offensive
sucked.
side with Blake Bortles as the quarterback. So y'all get the
Right.
fuck off my back.
They went deep in the
Blake
playoffs.
Bortles is
Get
the
the fuck
boat.
off my back.
They had a worse situation this year.
Get
So
the
they
fuck
got
off my
fucking
back. They suck on offense. Blake Bortles said, I remember being itchy watching them almost beat the Patriots. Blake Bortles had somebody wide the fuck open. You know what he did? Overthrew the fuck out of him. And we
He was dealing. I don't want to hear it.
They didn't want him to be the.
They didn't want him to be what?
They just want him to manage the game, and he did that, right?
Hell no, they needed him to
The
win
ultimate. He did the ultimate Trent Dilfer.
All he wanted to do was
Trent Dilfer
do construction.
That's disrespectful as fuck to Trent Dilfer. You know why, Christian?
Why?
Because he won the fucking Super Bowl.
But he didn't win it. He didn't win it. The Ravens didn't win it because of him.
Yeah, but they didn't lose it because of him neither.
Bada bing.
The fucking Jags lost the game. He had, bro. I remember the play. I'm like,
Blake Bortles ain't Trent Dilfer. Blake Bortles ain't Trent Dilfer.
I know, but
better.
Bro, I remember the play, Chris. I'm like, yo, Jacksonville finna go to the fucking Super Bowl. We finna lose to Jacksonville.
But look who they lost to.
Us, the Patriots. I remember, bro.
Who the hell was beating New England?
Bro,
Nobody.
Christian, listen to the play, bro. It was like third down or maybe fourth, and he had a wide receiver that beat our corner, and it was bad. Like he beat him bad, and he just sailed that bitch like 10 yards over his head. Like no pressure on him, nothing, just a regular throw, and he just was like, and the wide receiver did this, but the ball just kept going over his fucking head. And I was like, you the man, Blake. So
I have no argument with it.
124 yards and 1 touchdown in the Super Bowl. He was 11 for 13. Christian, he played a perfect game. He did not lose it.
Well, the Ravens also beat the shit out of the Giants too. So
I mean, 34-7 is crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so hey, let's move on from some subpar quarterbacks to slightly above subpar quarterbacks.
Sam Darnold.
So I was just about to do it. Sam Darnold to the 49ers, Derek Carr to the Saints, and Jimmy G to the Raiders. What's the best move, Tony? Let's go with you. We'll open it up with you. The best move of those three quarterbacks. What is the best move?
It's definitely 100% Derek Carr to the Saints. Everybody. Nah, fuck that.
I'm with you, Tonyo.
Derek Carr was not sorry in fucking Vegas, bro. Like I really want to get that stigma out. Now he doesn't have a Devontae Adams. He got Mike. I might play Thomas, or I might not play Thomas.
He's getting traded from the team. He's not going to be on the team.
See, so they're gonna go get something, bro. Like I think he go down there. He talked to Alvin Kamara, and Alvin Kamara revamps himself because he's been a shell of himself since like 2 years ago too. It was an off year for a lot of people in the NFL. But Derek Carr definitely, because Jimmy G, like everybody, like, oh, Jimmy G only lost 19 games in his career, and he's a Super Bowl winner and all that shit. But prove it to me.
Jimmy G's been surrounded with the best rosters.
Yeah, and still ain't did nothing with it. Stay healthy. Prove it to me. You know, and then Sam Darnold, same thing. I like Sam Darnold. Me and Billy talked about. We talked about this on that one of our earlier shows. I was like, Sam just was in New York with nothing.
Yeah.
So, but then he went to Carolina with something and got hurt. Didn't do shit. You know. So I got Derek Carr being the best move out of all three. What do you have, Austin? Since you so I can. Hey,
I've
Billy,
got
cue it
a
up.
strong opinion on this. So, out of the last 2 years, Jimmy Garoppolo has only thrown 21 interceptions out of the last 3 years. Derek Carr's thrown 37 interceptions out of the last 3 years. But the best signing is Sam Darnold because guess what? Brock Purdy blew his elbow out, right? Trey Lance broke his ankle. Who knows if he'll be back in time? If Sam Darnold he should be slightly better than Brock Purdy on paper, right? He's going to go in there. He's going to lead that team to the playoffs. As long as he beats out Trey Lance with one ankle, he'll be fine. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's going to do better than Derek Carr. Derek Carr is the worst signing out of the three. It's the fact.
You sound fucking drunk, Austin.
Okay, so Christian, I'm going to let you go, but hold on. Brock Purdy is better than Derek Carr and Jimmy G and Aaron Rodgers and Sam Darnold. Okay.
Who is?
Well, he's not playing this year, so he's not going to play this next year.
Brock Purdy, yes, he is. He's going to be ready for training.
He literally has to get Tommy John. That's his surgery. That's his injury. He's not playing this year.
Bet he will.
It takes MLB pitchers 18 months to come back from that.
Bunch of pussies.
He's not playing this year.
Moving on.
He's not playing until at least November, December.
Trey Lance is done in San Francisco. That's
why Sam Darnold is going to go in there and light shit up.
Yeah, to the other.
He's finally going to be in a good situation to prove.
No.
Hey, Chris, go ahead, man. Billy done let Matt get drunk and shit. Now he's just talking crazy.
No.
Billy, let me ask, did you say Brock Purdy was better than Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
It was this year.
Will be. Let me throw that one in there.
Will be. No.
Will be as a career?
MVP. All right. Yeah. I'm the drunk one. This dude thinks Brock Purdy's going to get 5 MVPs.
I think Brock Purdy's going to get more than one fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, the MVP shit flawed.
I don't give a fuck about that.
They keep giving the Mr. Wild Card exit, and I don't even know why the fuck. Like, that's what he should win.
So that's what I think.
The wild card, but I ain't going to win it. That's what he should do.
Go ahead, Christian.
Saints, I think that was the best signing getting Derek Carr because I don't believe Derek Carr's a bad quarterback. He just had a down year, a new system again, a new head coach again. The receiver he's never worked with, although he's got a top receiver, you still got to get that chemistry. So getting him in New Orleans, a good defense, a good offense, without a quarterback, you get a quarterback.
Defense.
I think
great defense.
Great defense. I think he's in a good situation. San Francisco, I don't think Sam Darnold's that guy, but I can see him having success because I believe he's probably more talented than Brock Purdy. If Purdy was able to do it, if any of the quarterbacks that Shanahan's had, it's just his system. It's hard for you to you're set up to succeed. It's up to you to fail. So if you don't follow the playbook, you're probably gonna fail.
Matt Ryan, an MVP. So there's that.
Right. And
lost that Super Bowl,
they got Billy thinking that Purdy's better than Aaron Rodgers. So
Billy got me on the Purdy train, and I ain't jumping off. That dude good as fuck.
I believe he's decent, but I don't know if I'll go as far as saying he's. But would he flourish like this in any other system, any other offense? I think it's the offense that whoever goes on the center just follow the scripture.
Look what happened.
I think there's maybe like 6 or 8 teams that he does well.
Follow the script and you'll get it right.
No, look what happened to Brock Purdy in that Eagles game when he got hurt, right? Just 180 difference. The Ravens going in without Lamar Jackson could have still won the game in the playoffs without Lamar Jackson. I think that shows you how great Brock Purdy is. Yes, his roster's good. Come to you in 1 second. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying they had a touchdown drive with Josh Johnson, and then he got his head smashed off the concrete, basically, and then they had nothing. That's when the 180 happened. So they were fine with Josh Johnson until, like, the drive and a half in, his head bounced off the ground like a basketball.
Fire, man, and you know it.
Okay, but, I mean, if they would have had a healthy quarterback, it would have been a good game for him. But Brock Purdy was better than Josh Johnson, but Josh Johnson was doing well until he got his head slammed off the ground.
But think about it. Are you telling me all these quarterbacks in San Francisco are good, or is it the system? Because that's ironic that every quarterback that's plugged in there performs well.
It was ironic
I'm
that
not
Brock
saying
Purdy
the
was
system-
good. Josh Johnson's very experienced. Like he was going to do okay. He wasn't going to go out and fucking win a Super Bowl, but he could have beat the
So
team.
are you saying it's the system?
Well, if you look at Trey Lance, he didn't play very well within that system before he got hurt.
But he didn't really play. Would he get hurt week 2, week 3?
The game and a quarter.
That's what I'm
Like-
saying. He didn't look great. Brock Purdy looked good as soon as he stepped on the field, is what I'm saying. Jimmy G looked really good in the system. Nick Mullins also has a couple wins, but he has like 6 losses. He's like 2-6. So it's like they're not horrible quarterbacks, but you're also not getting remotely close to what Brock Purdy was able to do once he got himself into that lineup.
Nick Mullins was like the king of coming off the bench and throwing for 400 yards.
Yeah,
The king.
that's another
I
thing.
get to Mike White.
Ooh,
He's going to the
I
Dolphins
like
now. Nick Mullins off the bench is way better than Mike White.
no, Mike White needs to start the game though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of signings, because I know we can get stuck on it. Speaking of signings, the Saints re-signed Jameis for $8 million 1 year. So I was
He
happy
might
to
beat out Derek.
No, not for what the deal that Derek signed. There's no way.
Yeah.
Starting in the NFL for Jameis Winston is over. He's a backup now.
I'm not buying it.
Me neither. I think one more team. I think he can do one more team, and that's his last shot
We
to start.
haven't seen Jameis play with corrected vision and not playing literally blind. That's crazy. He won a Heisman literally blind.
Yeah, he did.
Like
He's so-
like 20/70 vision, like awful. Like can't see a stop sign, awful. Like Billy squinting to look at the podcast, awful.
Stop.
I'm just saying. He had terrible eyes.
Let me drop this in here. Shout out to Dre. He at work. He wanted to be here tonight, but shout out to Dre. But he said he wanted me to ask y'all, do D'Amico know what he doing over there in Houston?
D'Amico?
Who?
Yeah, D'Amico.
I didn't know he was a shark.
Do you know what he doing over there in Houston? He signed Jimmy Ward today from San Fran. That was a hell of a move.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Great move.
But the big thing is the Texans they was tweeting today. So Darius Slay said, need a tech guy to set up my man cave in Houston. And the Texans was right on it with the googly eyes, like, hey, we know you trying to get traded, bro.
Yeah.
Now imagine if Houston gets Darius Slay. Hey,
He's building that defense up for sure.
So if that's the moves they're making, dude, I really believe Houston should not take a quarterback this year. Ride it out with Davis Mills and lose some more fucking games and go get Caleb Williams.
what I was about to say, Drake told me to tell you when we was talking on the phone to shut the fuck up about that Davis Mills shit. He is tired of that. The Mills experience is over. He said, respectfully, go to hell.
Hey, respectfully, anyone who places Tyrod Taylor becomes a franchise quarterback. So Davis Mills is literally either he has one more season or that whole fucking thing is a flaw, and I refuse to think it's a flaw. I'm on Billy's side here.
I don't see them passing up on CJ or Bryce this year. Billy,
Is Caleb Williams better than CJ Stroud and Bryce Young?
Yes, 100,000%.
I think so.
no, I don't like
This quarterback class sucks.
He's
I'm
painting
not
his
gonna lie.
fingernails. He's
It
soft.
sucks.
It's strong at the top.
There might be Pro Bowlers out of this. There's going to be no All Pros out of this draft, unless one like slips and like falls like that we don't think about ever. It's not going to be one of the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks.
You just talking about QBs in the draft, right?
Yeah, in the draft.
Yes.
In the draft.
I'm
I
about
think
to
this
say,
quarterback draft class sucks.
Will Anderson and Jalen Carter definitely gonna be off.
Oh no. This draft class is good, but for quarterbacks, it's not good. Next year is going to be
I don't
great.
know why y'all think these quarterbacks are mid, though. I don't think these quarterbacks are mid.
I don't think they have high ceilings. That's why Anthony Richardson is flying up, because Will Levis, he kind of fucking sucked in college. Bryce Young, he's good, but he's short, right? CJ Stroud, does he want to win enough? Does he want to fucking get the extra yards? Does he have the drive to be better?
No. So my thing with CJ Stroud is we've never seen him without amazing wide receivers. And that's hard for me to just buy. He's going to show up to Houston with Brandon Cooks and just start lighting it up.
They looking to move Brandon Cooks.
And he's lost every biggest
Cook said
game.
he don't want to be there, so they might as well move with him.
That's what I'm saying, though, is I'm not saying CJ Stroud fucking sucks, but I haven't seen him with subpar weapons ever.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. There might be Pro Bowlers out of this. There's going to be no all pros out of this.
See, that's why I got faith in Bryce. Bryce did not have that wide receiver room that Mac Jones and Tua did.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely.
No, the fuck he didn't, man. No, the fuck he did not.
2 years ago when he in the Heisman, he had Michi and fucking what's his name? I don't know why I can't remember.
No, but look what he did this year without the web. That's what Tony was saying. Is like, he had a great year, but he still played well. He didn't play poorly.
Well.
Bryce Young won 4 games himself this year for Alabama. Like
let's say this. Alabama doesn't have any 2 or 3 stars of receivers. These are 4 and 5 stars.
I don't care, Christian. I don't care. When your running back is your second leading receiver on the team, it's a problem in that wide receiver room, Christian. It's not.
Right, but I'm saying it's not just ass receivers though. These are they are 4 and 5 stars.
Christian,
they just ain't developing in college.
Christian, they didn't look good. I'm sorry. Like it just.
Look, I'm the biggest.
Scheme.
The scheme probably too, because Bill O'Brien sucks as an offensive coordinator. But
guess what? He's out.
Yeah, but so is Bryce.
What the fuck does that do for Bryce, man? He out too.
Well, it does nothing now, but they're both gone. So
you just said that for no reason. Like, guess what he's out. I'm just saying their wide receiver room was not what a wide receiver.
That wide receiver room was not as good as Alabama's used to, but it was definitely one of the more talented ones in the country.
For Bryce Young to win the Heisman, guess what he had to do? Just throw it 60 yards in the air, and Jameson Williams was wide open.
Well, then why wasn't Jameson Williams wide open that whole Auburn game? What happened that whole Auburn game that Bryce Young literally needed to drive 98 yards to go win and won the Heisman in that game?
Williams dominated that Auburn game.
Did he dominate, or did he just have those 2 catches that were really good?
And the kick return.
Hey, get out Jameson's dick because he's from Detroit, bro. That's the only reason why.
He's not from Detroit. He didn't even play. He had like fucking 3 catches.
Y'all, bro. That's the only reason why.
He transferred to Ohio State. I hated the guy.
Let's talk about
the guy while he was in college.
Let's talk about what Jameson did. He lost them the fucking championship by getting fake hurt. If he would have been there, they beat Georgia. So fuck Jameson. All right, fuck the line.
All right, we got to move on now. So let's do let's get into something we haven't really talked about on this show. College basketball. Tony, you want to kickstart us off with this?
Man, what's up, man? Y'all know what time it is, man. This is the only time a lot of people watch basketball. It's March Madness. Brackets came out, and it was some. I ain't gonna say snub, but it was some shit that we haven't seen in a few years, actually. University of North Carolina, preseason number 1s to not even in the bracket, man. Christian, what you think about that?
I think it's crazy. I'm not gonna speak too long on it because I haven't dove in it like I normally would, but seeing that though definitely caught me by surprise.
I just it's crazy too, bro, because they got their coach declined the NIT. He said that shit was a slap in the face.
Bitch made move.
He declined it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's the only I have a big issue with is like, hey man, sorry that your team, you could not get your team to fucking get in this tournament that literally lets 64 other fucking schools in it, and you don't even want to do this NIT team, which number one, because it helps those smaller schools too. Like they get to play in North Carolina, like they're never going to play in North Carolina ever. But you took that opportunity away from them. That fucking sucks for them. And then your guys, like, that's it for them. Like, why not let them play some more basketball? Why not get some
Unless the players said, hey, we agree, coach, we don't want to play in that. Then I could kind of understand. But still, at the same time, that's like, you don't turn that down.
Now, if you get invited to anything in basketball, you need to go to that shit, bro.
That's how I feel.
That's arrogant as fuck, especially when you suck. Like, hey, like, Hubert Davis, who the fuck are you? Like, go to the fucking NIT, bro. For the first, because y'all made history. You need to do something this year to make yourself look better.
Build on next year.
the first time in NCAA history that a preseason number one has never made it to the bracket.
I don't think they should have been ranked number one either. That's something else I got a problem with.
Why? They look good as fuck the year. Didn't they win it the year before?
Nah, they lost to Kansas in the championship, but they weren't a great team until the tournament.
When do you need to be great in the tournament, Billy?
That's what I'm saying, though. But for a preseason number one, that's like, let's see the scope of the team. Who's the best team that's going to play this year? Like Purdue should have been the number one team to me.
I think so.
Either way,
but normally the preseason number one just coast into the tournament.
Say that again, Matt. What?
I said normally the preseason number one just coast into the tournament no matter what happens. Like you're the preseason number one for a reason, and you just kind of like all your players can get hurt, and somehow you fucking find a way in.
It's just it was a lot of like, because I know we use TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, got on it. It's kind of, bro, it was so much shit about them doing unbasketball related shit, like, and
UNC?
Yeah, like teammates fucking each other's girlfriends and that shit being big. Like, it was a lot, bro. Like, they turned into a drama. Roy would have never had that shit, bro. So Hubert need to get his shit together, bro. Especially decline. It's crazy that you decline that shit. And a lot of people saying that it's a slap in the face to the NCAA and they should fine North Carolina for skipping.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like they should, bro, because, like, hey.
Well, I mean, it is an invite. It's stupid to turn it down, but, you don't have to accept it.
It's college sports, Christian. North Carolina and the NIT still making me money.
Right, so I would just don't reward them with a high ranking next season.
That shit, that don't matter. Like, it don't matter. Motherfuckers be number one for 2 days, lose, and then they number 3 or 5. That shit don't matter. Like, Christian, you costing me money. College sports live off money, bro. Like,
right, but if you look at it like that, take the invite away, and you automatically have to accept it because it is an exception.
I'm with you. Okay, Christian, I can see that because it is, yeah. That doesn't make it less of a bitch move either, though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's
right.
Yeah. Him putting out a status saying, "Hey, we tried to be the best we could be. We failed short, and I think we should focus on preseason basketball already." Like, nah, bro, go to the fucking NIT. Get better.
I agree.
Get those guys experience in a tournament. Like,
yeah, like get better.
There's plenty other big schools who accepted NIT.
Now your one and dones might have to be 2 and dones because hey, you motherfuckers ain't look good. What I'm drafting you for? But while we on basketball, Billy, let me go to you.
Yeah.
Who is your Final Four?
So I fucked up. And I made a Final Four way sooner than everybody else did. I did my bracket already, but we're gonna put our Final Four brackets, all of our through the ESPN app. Austin Jackson's gonna take over that project, and we'll just send the links out, and then y'all just follow along with us and fill out y'all's bracket with us. But to get to my Final Four, so I have one team that I feel like people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" So I got Baylor and Purdue. Coming out, I think Purdue's probably one of the best basketball teams. They're a number one seed, so they're great. But Purdue has been playing fantastic basketball. I think they definitely earned that number one seed. Baylor, I think, has been tested. The Big 12 is one of the better basketball conferences in the league. And then back to Purdue real fast. I do think the Big 10 showing up last year and just really getting fucking goosenecked around. I think Purdue might show up and be like, hey, we're not going to play that this year. And then I got Kansas, obviously, because Bill Self is the best college coach in basketball. And then my upset to get to the Final Four that nobody else is probably going to have is going to be Miami. I just think all that experience, playing Duke, playing those bigger games, playing Clemson's, the experience in the ACC tournament, just really has me on a Miami hype train that I'm pretty excited, and I think they can make it to the Final Four.
I got, and my shit probably like way left field. So in the Final Four, I got Alabama.
Ugh, not a chance.
So I don't know if I want to go with Houston or Duke. I'm gonna go with Duke because of tenure. I got Alabama, Duke, Kansas, and Purdue in my Final Four. I don't even know if they can do that because they might play each other.
I think you might be messing up one team because Alabama can play Duke. I think. No, I think Duke you're fucking up because you got Kansas and fuck, you just said it. But now I'm thinking about too many teams.
I don't think I fucked it up. I think I'm gonna go Alabama, Duke. I'm gonna take out Purdue and go Kansas versus Texas.
They're in separate. Purdue and Kansas are in separate brackets. They're both number 1 seeds.
Yeah, that's where you're messed. Duke, I think, or not Duke.
Kansas can play Purdue, right?
No.
Why not? They
in the Final Four they can.
Yeah,
or the Elite Eight
Four.
they can.
You go in Final Four.
Yeah, but the Elite Eight they can because they would have to. No, they can. So they wouldn't play each other. So it wouldn't be Purdue versus Kansas. They can both be in the Final Four. Yeah. I didn't know how you were doing.
Like, I'm just putting them in the Final Four.
Okay. My bad. That's what was confusing.
I don't know what you drunk. But yeah, that's my fault. Who you got, Christian?
I got because y'all just threw me off with that. I was going Kansas, Purdue, Duke, and so am I messing them up? Are they going to play each other before the Final Four?
I don't know.
Kansas, Purdue, Duke. No, I'm naming. Will they play each other in the Elite Eight?
Hey, name your 4. I got a message after you name your 4.
We'll just name your top 4 teams, and then we'll put our brackets out, and we'll have our top 4 then.
Kansas, Purdue, Duke, and my 4th, I'm gonna go.
Oral. Take it easy.
Yeah, I need to. Man, I need to look at the bracket again. I don't know. Let's throw in. I don't know. Oh, very unprofessional. I apologize, folks. I was unprepared.
Hey,
let me see.
Hey,
I got. Go ahead.
People at home, like we always told you, we regular dudes, so shit happened. Christian don't gotta apologize. I admire that he did it, but our shit might be all the way fucked up. But when we get it put out, then we'll have our right shit. But now we're just naming the top 4 teams that we want. Yeah. So Christian, whoever you put in 4th, the BrickShot fan base, they'll know. Like, sorry, John, but they'll know. So just throw out. I told you to go with Oral Rock.
Texas.
There you go. Texas. Okay.
Right.
And Austin, what you got? I know you got some crazy shit.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. So this is going to change once I actually dig deep into the bracket and start picking, team by team. But just off the cuff, I've got Alabama, Indiana, Memphis, and then Kansas. Those are my top 4. Just off the cuff, but once I actually dive deep in that bracket, start picking team by team, it might change a little bit.
You know what, Matt? My bad. Go ahead, Billy.
No, So that was just a breath. I didn't side anybody, but I just don't see Alabama with all this crazy shit going on. They've made it through the season with what they have as a program and still are a number 1 seed. I just think it might crumble down. I got them losing to West Virginia in the round of 32. I just don't see it.
I think Nick Saban walked down that hall and he's in that program right now.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, I might have to change my shit up, but I didn't know that.
Hey, Billy, I bet you a case of Peach Fago.
Peach Fago?
Oh.
That Alabama – hold on. That they get to the Final Four?
No, that they beat West Virginia.
Let's meet in the middle, and I say that they don't make it out of the Sweet 16.
All right.
Okay.
Can we bet on Fago more often? Because I want in on some Fago betting.
Yeah, but I want my Fago, though.
Absolutely.
I don't want Peach.
Hey, we don't fuck with Fago.
What was that, like 37 cents a case? Or
Fago?
Take it easy.
Like $3
It should be $1 million. I'd pay $1 million a case.
Yeah, but Peach Fago is amazing. I want to go back to Matt's picks. I really like that Memphis pick. Penny got Memphis rolling over there. I like it. He got them boys rolling. I
I was gonna say they fucking housed. I think it was Houston. Beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, like I kind of excited to see Memphis in the upcoming years with the draft, the high school people he getting. Kind of want Bronny to go to Memphis now. Get developed by Penny Hardaway. Woo,
That'd be cool.
That'd be crazy.
I don't think Bronny wants to be in Memphis though. It'd be a logistical problem.
Yeah, Ja might take him under his wing.
Yeah,
Bronny don't want that shit. Bronny already got caught smoking that blunt that one time. He fucked with Ja.
Don't want
LeBron to tell him. He'll tell him stay the fuck away from Ja.
Yeah, hey, bro, if I catch you over there, I'll come down there and beat your ass.
I think Bronny gonna end up at USC.
Maybe I feel like he want to play close to home, USC or UCLA, but they not.
Yeah,
I want him to go to Kansas, bro. Like Bill Self. I feel like because I want Bronny to be great. I want him. I hate Michael Jordan. He keep raising the price on his shoes. He wear big suits. I just hate him. I want him to be. I want Bronny to be better than Marcus and the other Jordan.
he ain't got to do much.
Exactly. Exactly. I just
Ain't
want
got to do much.
one of them average like 3.7 points in college, and I just want if Bronny averaged 8, I'm gonna be on people's neck. Like, look, he's 4 points better than that. Sorry, bitch. But yeah. But before we transition to something, let's get down to a new segment that everybody seems to love. Let's get down to Christian's Corner, man. What's up, Christian? What you got for us today?
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all 3 different questions. So y'all ain't got to speak long on either one of them. I'm gonna go with would you rather go Donovan Mitchell or Devin Booker? Would you rather go without the injuries? Who would have had a better career? Tracy McGrady, Penny Hardaway, or Luke Kuechly, Patrick Willis?
God damn.
Right,
heavy hitting out here.
Yeah, I like it. Billy, let's start with you. Billy, you'll never start off.
So I also wasn't ready to start off.
Yeah,
So,
I know. That's why I caught you off guard.
The Patrick Willis, Luke Kuechly thing, I think I'd go Pat Willis just on the sheer dominance. It like obviously Luke was great. It's hard to like pick one or the other without making the other one sound like they weren't good. But I just think overall Patrick Willis had a better locker room presence too to lead a lot of defensive players that weren't as good, brought them up to a new level. And I think Luke kind of just knew he was the best. So he was just like, I'm going to be better than everybody else.
Yeah.
As what Patrick Willis did. That's where I'd have to go with that. So the Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, I really like. I would take Donovan Mitchell. I'm sorry. I know everyone's going to freak out, but Donovan Mitchell was helping win games in Utah, and Devin Booker was out there scoring a bunch of points for Phoenix, and they weren't winning jack shit until CP3 showed up. And then, those are hard questions. But what was the middle one?
Tracy McGrady or Penny Hardaway. Without the injuries, who would have had a better career?
So I don't want to show my age, but I never really got to see Penny really like have an NBA career. But I know Tracy McGrady was on the cover of NBA Shootout 04, and that was the first game I ever had for myself. I would say Tracy McGrady, but we got to see him kind of dabble with Yao Ming in Houston for a little bit and really like kind of – and then he played with Vince Carter in Toronto for a second. So we saw some greatness from him, and I think we got robbed of that with Penny and Shaq. And we didn't see it live up to what it could have been. So I would say give me Penny without the injuries just to really see, especially back then, what he could have done against some greats.
I like it.
Penny.
All right. Well, Matt, I'm going to take it. What was the first one? Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell? I'm going Devin Booker just because he played in Moss Point, Mississippi. I know Billy's going to hate on it, but he's a sniper. He's a sniper, but I just Donovan Mitchell – Before this year, when he got to Cleveland, me and Billy was calling him discount Zach LaVine. You just don't. He looks way better, but in Utah, yeah, he was helping them win. But look at that team. The team was built.
Does his game kind of remind you of D Wade?
He can shoot trade way better than D Wade.
Yeah.
But that's where the league's kind of going to. So I don't know if it correlates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta include it. D Wade, atrocious 3-point shooter. He might not even be top 50 in threes, which is crazy. Matt, Google that. I might be wrong.
What?
See if D
Say it
Wade
again?
while I'm talking.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't.
In threes. I don't think he is. But now I'm going Devin Booker just because he's a sniper, bro. Like his offensive game does correlate to Kobe's. Now his defense sucked. That's where everybody giving the Kobe comparison, and I cut it off because offensively you can go get a fucking bucket, and that's all cool and dandy. But if your man coming right back down the court and getting a bucket on you every time, then that's not no Kobe shit. Kobe used to play lockup defense on his man.
Right. Get a stop, get a bucket.
Yeah. So I'm still going. I like Donovan Mitchell, especially this year. I think he came out of his cocoon. But I'm still going Devin Booker. Now for the Tracy McGrady, Penny, me and Billy just talked about this Saturday night. So Billy know where I'm going with it. I think if Penny Hardaway is healthy, there is no Kobe's greatness might be overlooked, or it might not happen like that immediately. And Mike might not have 6. Definitely not even though Mike. If Penny stays healthy, the Magic with Shaq, they beat the Bulls. Like they beat the Bulls in them games, bro. So I got Penny because a healthy Penny with a healthy, like Shaq was in the best shape of his life in Orlando.
Yeah.
You just ride that wave from what 96, 97, something like 96, 95.
Maybe 95.
Yeah, you ride that wave from 95 to 2001. They 6-peat, bro. Like, and it's crazy. I know that might sound wild, bro, but you got to think, like, and I know I'm getting off from Penny, but you got to think this Shaq was catching the rebound and
bringing it up court.
Yeah,
92, Tonio.
92, Penny and Shaq, bro. They 8-peat. Like, bro, Shaq. I'm talking about the most dominant person to ever play ball. That was when he was in shape and still just breaking rims, busting backboards. There was no big that could guard Shaq back then. Like, of course, Hakeem was still doing him in because he had the footwork and
David Robinson wasn't holding him.
Yeah, couldn't do nothing with him. Like, he's fucking them people up, bro. Like, so I just think, because like I said, that Shaq is getting the rebound and going 94 feet. Who the fuck getting in front of that? Like, nobody's getting in front of that shit, bro. Like, so I got Penny. I like Tracy McGrady a lot. He a bucket. Like, he's a bucket, but I got Penny. Because Tracy McGrady, he was injured a lot, but them injuries, he still played through them. So, I got Penny. And then the last one, y'all already know I'm going Pat Willis just because of where he was at, bro. Ole Miss, through and through. But no, I'm like Billy. When you can command a team to be amazing defensively that has subpar ass players, but you just like in that locker room, like, nah, you better than that offensive lineman. Beat him off the block. Nah, you're a way better cornerback than he is a receiver. Catch that pick. Nah, I am the best linebacker in the league. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out and go do it.
Right.
That shit's amazing, bro. Like I said, me and Billy are talking about Luke Kuechly. Bro, Luke Kuechly, one-on-one player. Hey, Luke Kuechly might be top 5 in linebackers, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Ain't arguing.
He could cover. He would stop runs.
Yeah, Luke Kuechly was all over. Luke Kuechly was flying like he was a fucking cornerback, bro, and it was just amazing to watch. I watched some game film or whatever, maybe his 30 for 30, where he was telling them, "Hey, this is what they finna do on like multiple plays. I'm gonna go here. I'm finna stop it," and he just go do that shit, bro. And I'm just like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah,
that's amazing, bro. So I no knock on Luke Kuechly, but Pat Willis was different, man. Like, hurt Pat Willis with the club still out there just fucking shit up. Like, Pat Willis almost made me forget about Ray and Brian Urlacher. It was crazy. So yeah, I'm going Pat. Austin, what you got, man?
So I'm gonna get the easy one out of the way, the quick one. Tracy McGrady, Penny Hardaway. I'm gonna go Tracy McGrady just because I never really got to see Penny Hardaway play. maybe the real tail end of his career, but I got to see, prime Tracy McGrady. I got to see all that. I got to see him have a cup of coffee with the Pistons. Like, I was able to see what Tracy McGrady was able to do. So I'm going to pick Tracy McGrady. And then Devin Booker or Spida. I think Spida has like one of the coolest nicknames of all time in basketball. That's a sick name. But I'm going to go with Devin Booker just because you got to represent Michigan. He was born in Michigan, played all the way until he was a freshman in high school, played varsity for the freshman year in Grand Rapids, and then he moved to Mississippi where Tonio took it from there. But, his roots are Michigan, so I got to go Devin Booker. Also, he just gets buckets. So, and that's what I like. I don't give a fuck if you play defense or not. You get buckets, you're a fan of my book, all right? And then from Patrick Willis or Luke Kuechly, this is like one of the biggest ones. Luke Kuechly is probably honestly one of the smartest linebackers to ever play the game all time, ever. Easily hand down. He knew exactly what was coming. But the mold of today's linebackers really came from Patrick Willis. Like, when he hit his combine numbers, there was nothing like it. They're like, holy fuck, this dude 6'3", 250, just ran a 4.4. People almost shut down the world when Patrick Willis and Calvin Johnson and Adrian Peterson hit the combine that year. Like, wild. Like,
I just got chills
these guys.
That was wild.
That combine was like, that was a precursor of what was about to come. Like, those three people.
I want to say that might have been the one that got me
NFL.
into like how important the draft is.
Yeah, you've never seen a wide receiver that big run that fast. You've never seen a linebacker that big run that fast. You've never seen a running back that big run that fast, move like that. It was like, what the fuck is this? Is this the NFL or is this like?
Well, in his bench press, Patrick Willis had like 42 of 235. Like, it just was like, what is going on?
Bro,
that combine was nuts.
I'm looking at this dude like, all right, he might knock out about 20 of 20. Got to 20 and it was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, that shit was crazy. I respect all your answers, Matt. That shit was because that combine.
I didn't even finish.
Oh, go ahead, man.
I didn't even finish Anderson, the linebacker one.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I just started talking about it.
My fault. Go ahead.
Luke Kuechly and Patrick Willis both started their careers awfully similar. I'm not sure about Luke, but I'm for sure on Patrick Willis. His first 6 years in the league, he was 6-time All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler. Never been done before. Literally came in the league. As soon as he took one snap in the league, he was the best middle linebacker in the league. And he didn't stop being the best middle linebacker in the league until his last 2 years when he was hurt. And the best middle linebacker in the league was Navarro Bowman on the same team. So it's Patrick Willis all the way. And then Luke Kuechly, once he entered the league, it was pretty close. It was him, Navarro Bowman, and Patrick Willis is the best in the league. Patrick Willis retired, but I'm going to go with Patrick Willis just because we've never seen anyone play that position the way he had at that time. Now he's a dime a dozen athletically of those middle linebackers, Devin Bush, Devin White. Like, those players all have the same combine numbers, but we didn't see it in 2007 when he came out. So I'm going to say Patrick Willis.
I respect everybody's answer.
In today's game, he might run a fucking 4.2. If he had the training we have today, Patrick Willis might be a 4.2 player.
Yeah, because they still had the loose shirts at that combine.
Yeah, loose shirt. He was wearing Reeboks, running a 4.4. Like,
can you imagine a fucking 240-pound linebacker running a 4.2? Like,
right, that shit's crazy. That's like,
and he's stronger than every offensive lineman you got.
Yeah,
that's fucking a disaster.
So, real quick before we wrap it up, say you guys are, let's say you're in a coaching position. Do you draft with your draft pick Michael Parsons or Patrick Willis?
Patrick Willis.
Pat Willis. That shit not even hard, Billy. That's
again. Hold on. Am I the GM or the coach? That's
coach. You're the coach. And the draft pick is up to you.
If I'm a coach, yeah, Patrick Willis.
Okay.
But if I'm
he's
a GM,
just gonna make everyone better.
That's what I'm saying. But if I'm a GM and I'm worried about who's the biggest quote unquote value guy, you got to take Parsons if you're taking a value pick.
Well, if I'm not going to do any research, I'm just going to shoot from the hip here. I'm just going to say Patrick Willis controlled Aldon Smith for 5 years, and that's That's good enough leadership for me. If you can control a man who's bringing bombs to LAX, and then he's going to go out and get you 18 sacks, oh yeah. If you can control that guy, that's the guy for our team.
Man, Christian's corner was fucking hot tonight. That was
I'm a little bothered right now.
Hey, so with Christian
up.
Corner, like I said, man, y'all watch this, Chris. We're gonna get you on, but I know you're gonna answer it. Y'all watch this, man. Follow suit with Chris. Y'all answer the same question in the comments. Me or Billy will reply. We look at your comments we do. It's a dude out there think he can beat us in basketball. I cannot wait until my show. I'm gonna fly to Gulfport to embarrass you and put it on the show. And I'm old, so it's like it's gonna be bad. And I want some of your BAH or BAS after I beat your ass. I want it. Yeah. Answer this in the comments, man. Like, get interactive with us. One day when we get really, really good at this, we're gonna do live shows so y'all can tune in and type y'all comments while we're doing it. It'd be dope. But till then, just comment on the YouTube. But let's get into what's big right now. Actually, let's not. Let's go from Christian's corner to Matt's baseball. What's good, Matt? What's happening in the baseball world, man?
Hey, one of the biggest fucking heartwarming stories of baseball in the last 10 years happened. I'm sure there's been other bigger heartwarming stories, but there's a pitcher for Nicaragua, Doak Herbert. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. I'm sorry, but he struck out. He struck out Juan Soto, which I don't know if you guys know who that is. He doesn't strike out often. He's one of the best hitters in MLB the last 5 years. As soon as he entered the MLB, he's one of the best hitters. Then, just to top that off, he struck out the Rookie of the Year last year, Julio Rodriguez. He's up and coming, going to be one of the best players in MLB for the next 15 years. And then, he just gave up a little double to Manny Machado, one of the best players in baseball the last 10 years. And then he just went ahead and he's like, you know what? That doesn't bother me. I'm just going to strike out Rafael Devers, one of the best hitting baseball players in the last 10 years. Like, Rafael Devers is a monster. He struck out 3 of the best players in baseball. He doesn't even have an MLB contract. He's not a single A player, not a double A player, not a triple A player. No affiliation to MLB at all. Detroit Tiger scout happened to be at that game, pulled him aside as soon as he came out, signed him to an MLB minor league contract, and now he's in the MLB.
Hey,
oh yeah,
shout out to that dude.
I'm talking about, yes.
Pulling on my heartstrings, Austin.
Yeah.
Pulling on my heartstrings.
Hey,
anything else happening in baseball?
One thing that we'll never see happen in America, Shohei hit a home run in Japan. A young lady in the crowd caught it, was super happy, took photos of it, and then passed it to her friend next to her. They took photos, and they continued to pass it around the game in the stands. Fans were taking photos with the Shohei home run ball, and by the time the game ended, that ball got back to the original fan who caught the ball, and she took it home that night. So literally, that would never happen in America. Some drunk fan would go to jail over that, probably beat the shit out of that girl, but instead, everyone got to hold the home run ball and then gave it back to her at the end of the night. So
hell yeah, what a heartwarming story right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're about over here.
Yeah. And then South Korea slapped the shit out of China, and then Mexico slapped the shit out of the United States last night. But I'm pretty sure I just saw some notifications. United States is slapping the fuck out of Canada right now, so we're on track to be back. So
USA, baby.
Hey.
Well, Billy, it's time to get into, what's the hottest right now. NBA, man.
So,
all
right. So we're going to start this off. This show has never been scared to take hard topics and turn them into just something that we're going to talk about. Kendrick Perkins was on First Take with JJ Redick and inferred, because he didn't come out and exactly say it. So I don't have the exact quote, but I know there's nothing in the quote that says the voters are racist. But he did say, if Joker was black, would he be getting the same flack or the same credit that Joker's getting right now? And would Embiid be on the back burner for getting MVP? And it's I just think it's kind of wild to we shouldn't be just throwing around racism or inferring that there's racism within white voters for the MVP and all that stuff. I think that's kind of asinine to think, instead of just voting for who's the best basketball player. Dirk only has one MVP. Steve Nash has two. And me and Antonio, we've had a show where we argued Steve Nash kind of maybe didn't deserve one of them. But to say that there's voting just to have a white guy be the MVP is kind of fucking crazy. Anyway, Antonio, what was your thoughts on? I know we talked about Saturday night, but I'm also, this show just isn't scared to do crazy conversations like this.
First, let's just say it. Kendrick Perkins is a fucking idiot. Let's get that out of there. And I can fight, bro. I know you like to talk crazy to people because you're big. I'll beat the shit out of you.
Hey, Perkins about 6'10", 6'11" now.
It don't matter.
You coming to his belly button.
It don't matter. His knees bad. I bring him down to my level. Fuck that. I ain't gonna beat your ass, Perk. I'm a Christian. But yeah, your takes are fucking terrible. That is the dumbest shit. The NBA really is the National Black Association. It's 97% black. It's had a 97% black MVP winning. Like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, this dude just been the best player for 2 to 3 years. That's what it is. Like, didn't get hurt in none of the years, putting up crazy numbers, carrying Denver for 2 years without Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray still getting them into playoff contention is impressive as fuck. So the dude just playing good ball, bro. Like, I don't think it's racism in the shit at all. I do think the MVP voters are idiots. I do think LeBron should have at least 8 MVPs. I think Kobe should at least have 4 MVPs. Yeah. We got 1 MVP. That's crazy as fuck. Like, they're idiots, but they definitely not racist. Like, I can name, it's only 3 white people I can think before the shit merged over this MVP. Steve Nash, Dirk got MVP.
He has one 2006, I think.
Yeah, Steve Nash, Dirk, and Jokic. Name me some other white people.
Is Jason Kidd white? He doesn't have an MVP, I don't think, but
probably of modern day, you can't name nobody, but you go way back, I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, before the shit merged, Steph Curry, the only white person in the 2010s. So
the only possible white guy is Jason Kidd, who might have been close to an MVP. Is he?
So I don't know where Perk got that shit from. Yeah, they make dumbass picks. Racist though? Nah. Because if they was racist, Luka would have beat out. Luka would have beat out Antetokounmpo or somebody. And we will only see them leading the voters. That's not the truth, bro. Joker's just having a good fucking year. Like, get to or a great run. He on a LeBron run with his numbers, and the only thing they doing is picking now because maybe they know, like, hey, we kind of shit the bed way back when LeBron was killing everybody, scoring 41 back to back, coming back 3-1. We gave Finals MVP though, so let's make it up for it. But nah, I don't. That racism shit, it's a lot of racist shit to happen. But the NBA probably, if it's some racist shit happening in the NBA, that shit getting exploited. Because the Players Association, they don't play that shit. Chris Paul, that's one thing I admire about Chris Paul. He run that fucking Players Association really well. Like, if it's some shit that they have a problem with, they fixing that shit.
Yeah.
He's not scared to go talk to Adam. It's Adam Silver, right?
Yeah.
Racism in the voters, nah. Kendrick Perkins just like, he clickbait, bro. He black skip backwards. He just be talking.
I think it's easy to realize when people are wrong about their take is that when JJ Redick was calmly explaining, like, he didn't want to disrespect Stephen A. Smith, didn't want to disrespect Kendrick, and then he was explaining what he was trying to say, and then Kendrick just kept saying, I didn't say that, or whatever the fuck he kept saying, but he said it like 18 times and didn't let JJ even get his complete thought out, and he just kept blah, 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 whatever he was saying, and it was like, shut the fuck up, let JJ explain what he's trying to elaborate, and he was never able to. So it's just like, you could kind of see where JJ was going with it, of like, about the voters, but then Kendrick just being completely wrong and knowing he's wrong, just kept interrupting him with the same sentence over and over and over again. Like, you're on live TV, like, you're on ESPN, you're getting paid to just say this. over and over and over again to interrupt someone, like, get out of here, Kendrick. Like, that was terrible.
Christian?
I'm pretty much with Matt and Tonio. I mean, let's just say basically what we all want to say. Get Kendrick the fuck off of TV. Because his takes are terrible. He sounds
Is
like
he
he has
worse
no
than Paul
vocab.
Pierce?
Huh?
Is he worse than Paul Pierce?
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's worse, but Paul Pierce is bad. I mean, it's like he has no vocabulary. He just look bad and sound bad on there. He bad
But
takes.
at least with Paul Pierce and like Charles Barkley, like they're terrible, but they have a resume where you're like, I can kind of respect what he's saying, maybe.
No resume. He put out a
Kendrick, like,
terrible.
what the fuck you do? Play with KD?
No resume. He put out a terrible video of his handles dribbling the ball in his damn carport.
Bro, like literally his
he was dribbling for 10 minutes and was sweating.
His career on
I would be.
TV is just as bad as his basketball career was. Like they both equal to each other. Like get the fuck out.
Very subpar.
Go do like every other NBA player that want. Get you a podcast, man. Somebody subscribe.
He got one with Marcus Spears.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I ain't seen it, but I'm pretty sure it's something serious.
At least the guy who had the same NBA career at least has like gotten some like problems. Like Big Baby Davis is like, didn't he like get racketeering charges or something like that? Like, at least he did something cool with his post NBA career.
All right, so let's go from the racism allegations. So let's actually talk about the MVP voting. I'm gonna give y'all some numbers, and I think it's pretty apparent who the MVP is. If you take 24.7 points a game to 33.4 points a game, 12 rebounds to 10 rebounds, 10 assists to 4 assists, 63 from the floor, 54 from the floor, 41 from 3, 35 from 3, 81 from free throws, and 85 from free throws.
The second player is Joel Embiid.
Yes.
But the
first player's got 10 assists, though.
The first player is Joker, and that's MVP.
And that's MVP.
Bro, like, I get it, bro, but nobody can be mad. He's not stat padding. He's doing what he needs to do to help Denver win, bro.
Yeah.
Russ, I done seen Russ, like, them people move out the way. And I ain't hating on it because he did it, but I done seen people move out the way to let Russ get that last rebound so he can get 10 rebounds and get the triple-double the year he did it, or the 2 years he did it back-to-back, the triple-double king. Like, I done seen Steven Adams be like, oh, Russ, you just need one more. Get the rebound. So Joker definitely not doing that shit because he lazy. That's another reason why I think he should win that shit. Joker lazy as shit. I seen him play recently. Like I went to a game, seen him play, and Joker, he like when he tired, that motherfucker is tired. He not moving. So shit is impressive. And don't get me wrong, bro. I'm not shitting on Joel Embiid. Joel has amazing seasons, but
he was my vote for MVP last year, but this year it's pretty obvious that it's Joker. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
bro. Like and I just like I said, bro, Joker has Denver looking good, and the next team close to them is like 6 games behind to get to first. So he got them in the first place.
The Kings.
Philly is it's Memphis again. Philly is what, 4th in the East, 3rd, 4th? Yeah, like, and I don't think they're gonna catch up to Boston at all. And I just don't. It's kind of hard to say. Both of them lose in the playoff series.
Yeah,
but Philly should.
It's not a postseason award though. It's a regular season
award. So I got the Joker, man. But speaking of postseason, let's get to why I think the Nuggets probably lose in the first round. The Lakers 8-4 since getting a new roster, getting rid of Russ. The energy is crazy as fuck on the floor. Now I ain't gonna lie, I watched the last 2 games. AD looked like day-to-day Davis, fucking 8 points one night. Even though they won. See, and that's what's crazy to me. They won. AD had 8 points. That's good ball, Billy. But last night they lost to the Knicks, where AD should AD should have been killing Julius Randle and fucking that big, but he only had 26. Lost me money in a bet. Sorry, bitch. I think, bro, they play really, really good team ball now. Like, all these people having to step up because Bron getting reevaluated in the week, and I want to stop the haters right now that's talking about, oh, when Bron come back, they're gonna be sorry again. Are you fucking high? Like, are you guys fucking high, bro? When LeBron come, he ain't never made a team worse in his career, ever.
I would say quit talking to those people.
I don't know. They
They
missed the
don't know
playoffs last year, didn't
They
they?
don't know basketball.
Yeah, you don't know basketball if you think Bron, because everybody, the headlines already painted. The Lakers are better without LeBron. No, they're not. You guys are fucking idiots.
They're doing what they should have did with him the whole time: ball movement and move around.
But without
they
him.
were just stopping him, watching him
But they're doing
do
it
what he
without him.
do.
Is AD just so scared when LeBron's on the floor to play like this? Like, I don't understand what he's missing. It's not like LeBron wouldn't let him have. We saw it in the bubble in the playoffs. LeBron lets Anthony Davis eat. It's not like LeBron is taking away from what AD has to do.
Bro, I'm telling you that AD he done, bro. Like, he won that one chip, and it's just like, shit, what I got to prove, you know? Bro, Bron tried to get his motherfucker the goddamn team, the keys to the team. Like, hey, I'm older. I just want to dunk on some people, make some flashy passes, and get 38K, bro. Like, but nope, I'm gonna carry a team, still average 30 in year 30, playing basketball while
AD lives by KD's motto, but he takes it to the extreme. KD always says he just want to hoop. That's really what AD's doing. He just want to be on the basketball court.
Yeah.
He don't give a damn about nothing else.
And that shit's bad, bro. Like, imagine focus KD. They would be crazy. But I still think, either way, because we get off subject, I think that Denver loses first round if they have to play the Lakers because they'll be healthy. They flying around. Bron be back. Joker can't guard AD if he playing like with the mindset. I don't know what AD's problem is. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna hate on him. Before these last two games, he was averaging 29 a game, and he was carrying a lot. But I want to shout out Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, and Rui Hachimura. They have been playing crazy. Like,
what about Vanderbilt?
Huh? Oh yeah, and Vanderbilt.
He bring a lot of energy.
Vanderbilt has been locking down whatever big name player. Like, when you can lock down Luka, bro, that shit is impressive. I don't care. Even though on TV Luka looks slow as shit and like he should be able to do any of the shit that he's doing, he really that dude, one of them dudes. And Vanderbilt shut him down. They couldn't do shit with Julius Randle last night. I don't know why, but I got this Lakers team. They finally got the rotation shit figured out, I think. So I got them sticking into the playoffs. I don't see them making it to the 6th seed. I see them getting to 7th, though, because a lot of teams in the West are starting to lose a lot of games, like the higher up teams. So I got them making it to 7th and probably make it. If they healthy, the Lakers go to the Western Conference Finals easy. And if they get to the chip, then they beating people in there. They beating Boston, but I would want to see them play Milwaukee. I ain't gonna lie.
See, yeah,
just to see what's up. How y'all feel about it, Christian?
What's
the question is? Can the Lakers sneak into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they can sneak in, but as far as making to the Western Conference easily, even if healthy, I don't think so. I mean, what AD you getting from time to time, and that West is deep. You know,
well, the first 4 seeds are deep, and then everyone else is.
But I believe all of them are capable of beating LA.
Okay. Well, you guys,
you know,
I don't think Denver beats LA at all. Like, I don't think they beat them in a series of 7. Nah. I think Lakers beat them 4-2. I don't think
a series of 5.
But now, if the Lakers beat them 4-2, are you getting like what's the scenario of them beating them? Just they both go in there and play the best game, the Lakers win, or the Lakers are just playing inspired. AD's finally showing up. Are you gonna get that in the series?
Like I told you, if Bron will be back, and we just seen them beat a good team where AD contributed 8 points. So honestly, I'll be real with you, boy, bro. I don't give a fuck if AD score a point in the playoffs. I just want him for his defensive presence. Like, because I'll give it to him on it. Defensively, he averaging like 6 blocks a game now. And he altering shots since Bron been gone. I'll take that. Like, hey, bro, just be great on defense. Of course, he not gonna not score 0 points because LeBron gonna get him open on pick and roll. But I honestly hate seeing him go up for pick and rolls because every time he go down, all you hear is "Ay!" and then he just roll over and hold some shit. So I just don't. Hey, offensively, let him just shoot threes. Fuck it. I don't even want.
That's a wasted possession.
Hey, fuck no. We ain't got to give him the ball. I'm just saying if he happen to get it, let him get it at the free throw line, shoot his midi or shoot threes because he too injury prone. When
he will pull it if you give it to him at the 3-point.
Yeah, he too injury prone. So I don't want to see that shit. Like, all right, we get to the playoffs and the wind blow and now 80 ankle done fell off. So yeah, I just let him shoot that motherfucker. But I really just want it for his defensive presence. I do think if they make it to like the 7th seed, they'll end up playing like Memphis or the Kings. I think they could beat the Kings and Memphis in a 7-game series, but like healthy. So I don't think it's like them just giving their best. I just feel like different. LeBron get to the playoffs and become different, and we know that. Like, yeah. So I don't because it's like once you get to the playoffs, it's all right. I might be hurt, but this all or nothing.
Yeah.
So fuck it. What you think, Matt?
I think AD with KD or not KD with LeBron hurt already. I think we already got AD's like, here's my effort, here's my output. Like we've already got it out of him this season. So I don't think when LeBron comes back, I think he's gonna be like, all right, LeBron, take your keys back because I definitely don't want them. And then it's just gonna go back to how it was. And it's like, fuck, like, can we just get something out of you, like anything at all? And it's just gonna be like poking a dead body with a stick. And there's, day-to-day Davis, like, you know what? I tied my shoelaces left to right instead of right to left, so I'm not playing today. So I feel like that's how it's gonna be during the playoffs. But we'll see. But I think they can make the playoffs, though.
This is the thing I like about the new Lakers team. I should make the screen big on Billy. He just walked out. This is what I like about the new Lakers team. They got Mo Bamba, who can get some valuable minutes in the playoffs as just being a fucking center. And one of the games before he got hurt, he went like 5 of 7 from 3. So that's impressive. I like the Mo Bamba pickup. I don't like Whitney Gabriel. I don't know. I just feel like he's too little. I don't know what it is. He high energy, but he got looking like Mike with high energy, Christian.
Mike, shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike.
Hey, so
everyone knows.
Can y'all see the Lakers fighting so hard to get in the playoffs? By the time they get there, they're worn out.
Just be gassed out. That's
AD's already worn out.
Yeah, hell, he was 50 games into the season.
But I think it's going to be fighting so hard to get in the playoffs, get the 8th seed, and beat Denver, and just ride that high, and then lose in the next round.
Because I feel like they'll get there and they're just going to be approaching. We're happy to be here.
Yes. But with LeBron, it might be a little different because LeBron's not just happy to be there.
Nah.
But then, now me saying it out loud, maybe LeBron would be happy to just be there because now he didn't miss the playoffs twice in a row.
Nah, but you know, man. Real quick, another thing, NBA. So the NBA and the NBA Players Association are discussing new rules award. So this might hurt people like Joker. I mean, not Joker, but Joel to get his MVP and Luka and shit. Because now they want it to be required to play a minimum number of games to win awards at the end of the season.
Yes.
I like it.
Thank you, Donovan Mitchell.
I like that shit a lot. But we might start seeing people that shouldn't be the MVP win MVP like Rudy Gobert.
No, but all right. Well, if Rudy Gobert wins MVP, fucking cancel the league. But other than that, they should win the MVP if you're not Rudy Gobert because you did play the most games. You fucking played 81 games. You missed one game because your great grandfather died, but you were able to play 81 games and you were able to help your team win the most amount of games compared to, fucking Joel played 58 and a half games and he scored 40 points per game. Yeah, like 40 points per game versus 27 points per game. Yeah, it looks way better on paper, but
so maybe have a criteria.
Double the games.
It just depends on the game amount. I feel like 50 games is a good medium. Nah, that's a lot.
I feel like it should be like 65 to like 68. Like it should be
I would go
lot
like
more.
55 between 55, 65, but have a criteria of at least average 20 to 25 points a game.
I don't
And
think
up,
that matters.
and up.
I think it should just
That's
be
crazy.
games like
That's
80 to
numbers
85% of the games. Because you could have an MVP who puts up 18 points per game but has like 20 assists per game.
Right, but the odds of that happening are slim to none. But I mean,
even with the new rule, even if that's what they changed to, I'm with Christian. That's we're still probably not ever going to see that. But it would. Do y'all think it would make a Joel, a Steph Curry, a KD, a Kawhi like play more games?
Yeah.
Because think about some.
I don't think you're ever going to get Kawhi to play more games.
Yeah, I think
I'm with you because he has two Finals MVPs and two champions. Like, so I get that, but
that means more than.
What's that?
You said 3 final MVPs. Is that what you just said he had?
He got
two Finals MVPs with 2 different teams.
Well, yeah, that means more important than a regular season MVP.
I think the older they get, the older they get, the less importance the MVP is. But like the young stars, they want to go get them MVP.
Like, let's throw De'Aaron Fox in an MVP conversation because he plays all the fucking time. Not saying he should win it.
Or Ant, who called that shit out?
Yeah,
Let's take our hats off to the Kings.
I'm going to take my hat off because I've been talking about the Kings since before the season started.
I thought it was Donovan Mitchell that called it out.
No, he hopped on Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
Like they said first, which I respect because he play hard every game and he played every game. 2 more things. We're gonna wrap it up. First thing, Ja has entered a counseling program. This is way more serious than I thought it should have been, bro. Like, he had a little bitty ass gun that the league should have just made a meme out of and laughed at him for a while. Like, who the fuck you shoot? It reminded me of and Shannon stole my joke, but it really reminded me of Harlem Nights, where he was like, "Stop shooting that little shit." Like, come on, bro. What the fuck is 380? Like, nothing. So I get it, bro. Like, he fucked up, but he young, man. Let's wrap this shit up, bro. Like, get him back on the court. Cool. Y'all 2 games. He ain't played 4 games now.
Actually, but that's a bad message you send it.
Thank you.
Fuck that.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want, but because you're young, we're gonna let y'all do some wild shit. Just get back on the court.
That was a bad message if he already been punished. 2 games. He been out 2 games.
Nah. Right, but
4 games.
That's not a punishment. It's a slap on the wrist.
No, he also came out and said he has some mental health issues that he needs to work through.
Well, I think that was
no. You can't come out and use that as an excuse, and then when they give you the means to go take care of that, then be like, all right, this is kind of a lot of shit. Like, that's not how it's gonna work.
Man, fuck out.
So look at it like this, Tonio.
I'm looking at it. Go ahead.
If your daughter was to go to school and they found a gun with her.
Next question. My kids not never gonna do no stupid shit.
Exactly. You taught them not to.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna fuck them up. They know who they dad is.
Right, but that's not what his dad's doing. So the NBA got to do it for him.
Yeah, fuck all that. I don't ask me no questions where I gotta be in that situation. My kids, I'll beat the shit out.
But that's the perfect way to answer it. You realize if the school said, "Hey, we're just gonna take out for 2 days," you'll be like, "What the hell? I need to do more myself."
If my daughter take a gun to school, the school ain't gotta worry about it taking out for 2 days. I'm gonna send her back to the Lord. She gonna and she done fucked up. You ain't gotta worry about it. Hey, see, and that's the thing. T out here being her kid best friend. I love my children to death. Or not to death. I love my children. But that discipline shit, hey, that's coming. Mike Moore used to beat the fuck out of me, and I needed it. I ain't got in too much. I done got in trouble, but I ain't did no bid, none of that shit. Cause in my head, all I hear is, hey, my granddad telling me at a young age, yeah, you ever go to jail, you better ask him to keep you in there. Cause when I get to you, yeah, hey,
Right.
that threat stayed with me, and I'm 30 now. I still think about that. Like, damn, if I go to jail, if I can't call Billy, my next call gotta go to Michael Moore, bro. Fuck that. So
Nope.
nah, bro.
Hang out.
I still give T 90% of the blame because, bro, you can be your son, homie, at that age, but that's still your son, bro. That ain't your homeboy. That's your son. You let him embarrass himself with a fucking 380. First of all, it's a 380. If any one of my kids gonna take, if you gonna do some dumb shit, do it big, because I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. Like, take an AR-15 or a sniper rifle and put it on.
Impressive. Have something impressive.
Because you're still getting the shit beat out of you, regardless of what it was.
You gonna get your ass beat for a 380? That shit is crazy. Nah, take a grenade launcher or something like that, bro. A fucking bomb and strap it to your chest. Just don't let it go off. That shit's dumb as hell, bro. Like, I don't know. But I do think that they going overboard with this shit. Like, they know it's that mental health shit is just the easiest way to get out of anything. And
yeah, but if you're getting out of it, you can't say they're going overboard by putting him in that shit, man.
Yeah, I think
Billy and Matt. How many people we know that pulled that same shit and got out of it right at the same time in what we do? How many people we know that pulled that? Oh, I needed a mental health day. And come back the next day and everything's okay and all was forgiven. No. Have we not seen that shit?
Yeah, but that's wrong.
Yes.
I don't care if it's wrong. Have we not seen it?
Hey,
Matt,
getting to your point is like earlier Antonio said, yeah, just 2 games and like let's keep it moving. Like we don't need any of this. But let's say he did just do his 2-game suspension, and then let's say he's fine the rest of the summer or fine the rest of the league. But then this summer he does some dumb shit again. He beats the shit out of a 15-year-old next time, or actually shoot somebody next time. And then we're like, damn, we should have did some more shit. But now it's better for him to go to this counseling. We're like, damn, that's a little bit overboard. But then if we never have any more issues out of Ja, it was a win instead of, damn, Ja brought this little ass squirt gun to the strip club and then he beat the fuck out of a 12-year-old in the summer. Like that, we probably should have did something. But now he's in daycare slapping kids.
I agree. But what's the motto in our job? We all grown ass men here.
Drunk?
Nah, bro. We grown ass men. And then at the end of the day, he a grown man. He go do that dumb shit, kick him out the league, and fuck it, he out the league. Career wasted. But bring him back. But that shit got me
anyway.
Christian got me want to go whoop my kid now. Just make sure they know what the fuck.
No, I ain't trying to pass that message.
I see that sweat coming off your forehead. You really?
Yeah, I got angry. I got mad, bro. Christian said, "What if your daughter like?"
But my thing is, though, put yourself in that situation where
teachers called you some shit and they ain't told me some shit. Christian, let me know, like. But nah, bro. I feel I get where y'all coming from, but still, like, let's wrap this shit up, bro. Because I think now it's just getting more publicity and more than anything, like.
Yeah. I mean, we just gave it some too, also. Yeah.
The last thing we're gonna talk about, unless Billy got something else or y'all got something else, what I told y'all about Phoenix depends on the health, right?
Yeah.
KD's season is in jeopardy now. They think he got a grade 2 ankle sprain from slipping during warmups. The Suns again, and they getting their shit smacked right now by the Warriors. Like Steph and Clay just going fucking crazy on them. So now what?
So is it just KD? The age is catching up with him.
Well, he's been injury prone even when he was younger. When he broke his foot, I think once he broke his foot.
But that was just, here recently as he's hit 30 and up. Is he just getting old and his body's breaking down? And we just got to accept it.
Yeah, that's what's happening. You're giving up. You're literally banking your whole future on having one championship with this guy at this point.
The Suns are back to who they were. KD's gone. now they even worse because they don't got Mikal Bridges, who is having an amazing career start over in Brooklyn.
What I say, the Nets were going to be good.
You did say that, man.
But they don't have defenders now. They just got Chris Paul, Ayton, and Book. And the Warriors up 102-90 on them, and Klay Thompson got 33 on their ass.
I cut out. Are the Warriors at home or are they away?
They at home.
Yeah, so it doesn't count.
It don't.
It doesn't count.
They
would only score 65 points in Phoenix.
Like I told y'all, man, it depended on the health with the Suns. If he got a grade 2 ankle sprain, bro might be out for the rest of the year. And now Phoenix might play LA and they getting their shit smacked. No Crowder to defend LeBron, no Mikal Bridges to defend anybody. Devin Booker got a guard somebody. That's an easy bucket. Like Aiden got to fuck with AD, easy buckets. He gonna foul out.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Lakers, man, because we LeBron fans. Well, the top two. But hey, man, it been what episode? 54,
54, man.
We rolling out this whole man. I just want to take this time to say thank you to all the fans that's been there with us. Thank you to all the fans that's coming. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. We love doing this shit, but it have fun, and a lot of people have told me that they like watching us do this shit. Like I said, man, get interactive with us. Comment and tell us what you want to hear. Comment and tell us that, hey, we know Odell Beckham ain't no fucking third receiver. Like, we can just like comment. I ain't gonna say who said that.
For all the viewers, please. Y'all just gotta forgive me for that one. I dropped the ball. He's not a number one. He's a number 2.
But yeah,
we'll settle with that.
But we regular dudes, so we say shit like that. Not all of us. I wouldn't have said no shit like
Not
that.
Me.
but Austin gonna say your final bids, man. I can close it out with Billy.
I got nothing other than watch some World Baseball Classic. That's all I got.
What's up, Christian?
Man, y'all just like Tonio said, check us out. Like, comment, subscribe, interact with us in the comments, and just show us love. Check us out next week.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna ditto everything everybody else said, but this week's gonna be a little different. I'm gonna cut up these clips. You're gonna have your NBA sign off and your welcome NFL draft. So, and then we'll have baseball segments and all that stuff cut up. We're gonna make some more TikToks, and remember the NBA brackets for the BrickShots crew.
Not the Titans.
Yeah.
Bingo. Yes. But yeah, just again, one more time, thanks for all the support, all the views, comment some more. Let us and hit that share button a lot more, man. We appreciate y'all.